Hey guys, welcome back to BollyPiano. In today's lesson, we are going to look at one of the most popular songs currently, mere-rashke-qamar. The piano accompaniment throughout this song is quite repetitive. We should be able to cover this song pretty quickly. Okay, before we start, let me demonstrate the intro instrumental. We are in the key of E minor and the song is to be played at 105 beats per minute. 5, 6, 7, and. Okay, as you can tell, the timing of the notes that are played with our right hand is offbeat. We will break down the timing using the semiquaver count. For those who are not familiar with this count, I basically sing 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a to represent the 16 semiquaver notes that make up one bar. The first 4 bars consist of both semiquaver and quaver notes. So simply, whilst semiquavers represent a single beat in the count, quaver notes take up 2 beats. Let me demonstrate just the right hand applying the count slowly. 5, 6, 7, and 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 and. Alright, now that you have a gist of the timing, let's focus on the actual notes being played. So in the first bar, we have E, G, B. Then in the second bar, we move on to play 2 sets of chords. The first one being C, E, G, then D, F sharp, A. Moving on to the third bar, we're playing exactly the same as we did in the first bar. So E, G, B. And in our fourth bar, we're playing C, E, G again, before ending off with 2 quaver notes, which is G and F sharp. Awesome. Moving on, the left hand is pretty straightforward. We're just alternating between 3 sets of chords, E minor, D major, and C major. In this case, the E minor consisting of E and B, D major consisting of D and A, and lastly C major consisting of C and G. All of these chords last half a bar each, otherwise known as a minim. Let's give the left hand a shot before trying both the hands together. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and. Pretty simple. Alright, now let's give it a shot with both the hands together. One more time. 5, 6, 7, and. Alright, now things get slightly more complex as the timing in our left hand sort of mimics the timing that we've been implementing in our right hand. Let's break down the left hand first. I'll play just the left hand with our semiquaver beat count. 5, 6, 7, and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay, as you may have noticed, we are playing the same notes as we did previously, but just adding a third note to almost every chord to make it sound more full. Starting with bar 5, we're playing E, G, B. Then we move on to playing C, E, G, and D and F sharp in bar number 6. Then we're playing C, E, G in bar number 7 for the first half, before moving on to playing E, G, B as a minim to finish off the bar. Then finally in bar number 8, we're playing C, G at the start, then finishing it off with D and F sharp. I'll now apply the same strategy and break down the right hand. 5, 6, 7, and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and. The right hand is simpler as we are just hitting individual notes. So let's run through the notes once and then we'll try combining this section together. 5, 6, 7, and E, 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 F sharp, E, D, D, C sharp, D, A, B, C, 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 E, G, E, C, D, C, D, G, F. Okay, now let's try and put this together slowly. 5, 6, 7, and. Alright, now we're on to the last part of the intro instrumental, which is bars 9 to 12. This part is where the beat drops and is represented with our left hand. If you have gone through my Jana Meria tutorial, then you'll have seen this pattern before. But for those who are new, let's go through it with the beat count. We're going to place our pinky finger on E, then we're going to move it down to C, and then play D, and repeat this loop one more time. Let me show you how. 5, 6, 7, and 1 and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay, and now as for our right hand, starting with bar number 9, we'll be alternating between E and F sharp, just like this. 5, 6, 7, and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. A little slower. 5, 6, 7, and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Then we carry this E note to bar number 10 and play it as a minim. before ending off the bar with 3 quavers, which is E, G, and F sharp. We repeat this loop one more time in bar number 11 and 12, except we're not playing those 3 quavers right at the end. 5, 6, 7, and... Okay, let me put the last section together. 5, 6, 7, and... Alright, there you have it. This is the intro instrumental of mere-rashke-qamar. It's a beautiful intro, and I'm going to be back with verse 1 in my next lesson. Stay tuned.